Hey everyone, and welcome to the $1 million portfolio journey. So previously this channel was known as the Tesla Daily Investor, but I've decided to rebrand it because this title accurately reflects the journey that I am on. So just to give you a bit of a history about my investing style and this channel. I started investing around 2020 during COVID time. I invested a lot of money into the markets. I did do quite well, but then after 2021, I kind of neglected my portfolio and I didn't pay much attention to it. But now in 2025, I'm determined to invest every day and I'm determined to hit that $1 million portfolio goal as soon as I can, which is the reason why I'm calling this channel the $1 million portfolio journey. So every day I'm going to be investing some money. So obviously the target of this channel, the target of my plan, the target for my strategy, the goal is that I want to make my portfolio grow to $1 million. So the way I'm doing it is very simple. I have 4 rules. So the first rule is I'm a very long-term investor. So whatever I invest in today, I'm gonna keep it for at least 5 years, and I'm not gonna sell anything, and I'm gonna try and keep it until for at least 10 years. So between 5 and 10 years is my investment horizon. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is I'm a very aggressive investor. So I try to invest something into the stock market every day. So I try to invest anything between £300 to £500. My ultimate aspiration is to get to £1,000 a day invested in the stock market, and you know that's a long way away, but I am trying to achieve that goal. So that's rule number 2, investing very aggressively. Rule number 3 is I'm a very volatile investor. So I'm interested in very volatile companies that have, you know, potential to be very big companies in the future. So companies like Tesla, MicroStrategy and Nvidia, I really believe in these companies and I think they are going to make a big impact in the future, but they're very volatile at the moment. So a company like Tesla, a company like MicroStrategy could go down potentially by 70% in a couple of weeks, and at the same time it could 4-5x in a couple of months. So again, you know, I'm used to the volatility. I know that this is the long game. I'm just gonna keep on putting money in, and hopefully that volatility, that long-term goal will help me achieve the $1 million portfolio valuation. So rule number 3 is I'm a very volatile investor. And finally, rule number 4 is I invest in a very tax efficient way. So I'm always investing in my ISA first and foremost. I always try to max out my ISA. Then what I try and do is max out my SIPP. So both the ISA and the SIPP have tax advantages in the UK, so I max those out first, and then what I do is I invest in the family ISA, family SIPP, and then after that I'll go into my general investment account to invest in there as well. So that's the reason I've rebranded the channel to the $1 million portfolio journey. So follow me on my journey. So where am I at the moment? So if we look at it in a pound, if you look at it at a pound valuation, pound currency valuation, I'm nearing the 100k mark in this brokerage account. When I put everything together, I think it's about 120,000 pounds. So when we convert that to dollars, that's about 150 to 160,000 dollars. So I'm, you know, I'm far away from that $1 million mark, but I'm about 5-6x away to hitting 1 million. So with these companies, the volatility that they have, this could happen, and I'm hoping it's going to happen between year 2 and year 3. So what am I gonna do today? So today I'm gonna be investing £500 into the stock market, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stack more and more of MicroStrategy. So for MicroStrategy, I have just over 60 shares. I'll be sharing the exact amount at the near the end of the video. So for MicroStrategy, I have about 60 shares. For Tesla, I have about 450, and for Nvidia, I have about 30 something. So again, I'm going in the right direction. For Tesla, my ultimate goal, like my first goal, is to reach 500 shares, and then for MicroStrategy it's 200 shares, and then for Nvidia is 200 shares as well. So I'm slowly getting there. So it's gonna take time, but slowly but surely I'm executing my plan. I'm, stacking these companies, and I have my long-term goal, which is $1 million. With between 5 and 10 years is my investment horizon, but I'm hoping to hit 1 million between year 2 and year 3. So let's have a look at how the portfolio is doing at the moment. So my general investment account is just over 41k. So max is up around 23, just over 23 and a half k. If I switch to my stocks and shares ISA, so I'm just waiting for this to load up. Okay, so if we look at the stocks and shares ISA, I'm down around 3.5k. So that's fine. I don't mind, because obviously this is a long-term portfolio. So these losses don't really matter to me. My main concern is to try and accumulate as many units as I possibly can. And finally, if I go into my SIPP, my self-invested personal pension, you can see that maximum I'm up around 4k. Excuse me. So again, Tesla's doing well, MicroStrategy is doing well, Nvidia is doing okay as well. So I'm going in the right direction, but this is a very, very long-term portfolio. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into the stocks and shares ISA. I'm going to go into my account, but before I do that, I just want to see how Tesla is doing today. So today pre-market is down around 1%. Last 3 months down around 30%. Maximum it's up around 450, but as you can see, it's off its highs considerably. So I've got a lot of shares in Tesla, but I want to start stacking in MicroStrategy. So if we have a look at MicroStrategy today, it's down around 3%, 383, which is good. I'll be able to get more shares for my money. Last 3 months it's up around 10%, and max is up around 3000%. So again, it's done really well recently, but it's off its high, so it's still trading at a discount. And I have a higher price target for MicroStrategy over a shorter period of time, which is why I'm trying to stack as much as possible, because when this goes, this really goes. And finally, if we have a look at Nvidia now, so Nvidia pre-market is down around 1.5%. Last 3 months down around 5%, and maximum is up around 1400%. But again, as you can see, it's off its highs. So obviously this is trading at a discount for long-term investors like myself. So I'm going to go into my account now, so I can see that I have £16,350 remaining. You can see this on the top right hand side. So this is the amount that I can invest tax-free until the April 2026. So I can invest this tax-free until April 2026, and then I get another £20,000 that I can allowance that I can refresh into. So let's top up this account with £500. So I'm just gonna go to my bank now. Okay, so I'm going to be transferring £500 from my bank account to my brokerage account, which is Free Trade. So I'm going to go back to Free Trade now. Hopefully the £500 should be there. So there you see the £500 have arrived into my brokerage account, Free Trade. So I'm free to invest this money now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into MicroStrategy just make a mental note of the price, which is 38338. I'm gonna buy this with the entire proceeds of the transfer. So I'm gonna get 1.7311. So I'm just gonna make a note of that, 1.7311. Okay, so 1.7311. So I'm gonna review the order. I'm gonna confirm the buy. Okay, so just putting that through. Okay, so it's just taking a bit of time now. I think everyone's trying to put an order through. Okay, so it's taking a bit longer than usual, but sometimes you just have to be patient with these kind of things. So yeah, so join me on my journey and, see if you can do something similar. There's no rule that says you have to invest once a month. So I'm getting this message that says MicroStrategy instant order awaiting confirmation. We haven't received confirmation that your order has been executed. Keep an eye on your portfolio to see it was successful before trying to place the order again. We'll let you know once it's been. So again, something's gone wrong here. I'm just gonna have a look if there's any. Just gonna go to activity to see what's happened. Account. Okay, so I'm just gonna refresh everything now. So go back. So it's on the pending. So it's awaiting confirm limit orders. Okay, so I think that one's gone through. Yep. So as you can see, 5th of May, 1.7139. So I didn't get 1.73. I got a little bit less. So 1.7139. So that's gone through. So I've added some more to this company MicroStrategy. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna update my spreadsheet to reflect this trade, investment. So I have added another 1.7139, and I'm just gonna update everything. So let's have a look at the new total holdings that we have in all our brokerage accounts. So Tesla, we have 450 units in Tesla. In MicroStrategy, we have just over 65 units. And in NVIDIA, let me just make this a little larger so you can see. So in NVIDIA, we have 34, just over 34 units in NVIDIA. So again, we're going in the right direction. For Tesla, I want 500 shares minimum. For MicroStrategy, I want 200 shares minimum, and for NVIDIA, I want 200 shares as well. So long way away, but obviously this is a long journey as well. Hopefully once I've reached that, then I'm gonna keep on putting that £500 into the stock market. And obviously my main aim is to reach $1 million as soon as possible. So keep coming and checking how I'm doing. So keep following my journey, see if I can hit £1 million. Go on a journey yourself and see how much you can invest. There's no rule that says you have to invest once a month. You can invest every day if you want. You can start investing £1 every day, or then slowly you can increase it to £10 a day, £20 a day, £50 a day, £100 a day. So once you start getting interested in investing, you'll probably find some companies that you really like, and then you'll start stacking these companies for the long term. So again, this is very much a long-term portfolio, but I'm trying to hit $1 million as soon as I can. I just want to show that, you know, you don't have to wait 30-40 years to hit that million. If you have a few companies that you really believe in, that you're convinced in, and you know all the data is showing you that these are the right companies to choose from, then there's no reason why you can't go all in, and then, you know, just keep on investing and not be concerned about volatility. Because sometimes when you look at volatility too much, you get afraid and then you stop investing, and that's when, like, you know, you miss the opportunity. So I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I'm just gonna keep on investing no matter what. So suppose tomorrow Tesla went down to 100, suppose tomorrow MicroStrategy went down to 100, Nvidia went down to 20, I would still be buying, because I'd be able to get more units for my money. And if it did go down so much, then usually it recovers very quickly. So these are great buying opportunities. You can't be afraid of these opportunities. So you have to be friends with volatility, not be afraid of it. You have to respect volatility, you have to embrace it, and then you have to think of the long run. When you combine volatility with the long run and you really believe in the companies, you're convinced in the outcome because you've looked at the data, you've looked at the trends, then it's just a matter of time before your plan, you know, comes to fruition. So that's it for today. Join me tomorrow for another portfolio update. Join me tomorrow because I'm going to be hopefully adding another £500 into the stock market, and I'll be sharing how much the portfolio is and how many units I have. So until tomorrow, have a great day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.